Hello, 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 welcome back. This is Zanthyst with Zanthyst Gaming, and we're here in 7 Days to Die taking a look at the War of the Walkers mod. We'll be looking at both the bosses in the mod as well as all the different classes and what their quests are and their rewards. Hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, make sure you leave a like, favorite, share, and subscribe. And without any further ado, let's get on into it. Okay, so this guy right here is Investigator Henry. And he is a boss. You can see he's got this nice little medieval funky look going on. Alright, so the boss then gave us lots of ammo and guns, which is pretty cool and consistent with what the Walker's mod says. It says Investigator Henry should give you mid-tier weapons loot. Welcome back. This is Accountant Joe, and he is a boss as well. So he's got this like bandit armor going on. Says that he drops specialized loot. So let's see what that looks like. Nice design on it. He had pink hair. You could tell before I blew his head off. But yeah, very nice design. Got bandit armor on. Looks pretty cool. Looks like he gave me chainsaw blades, nerdy glasses, and yucca juice. Alright, this guy is Zombie Master Boss Leroy. Similar design to the Accountant. Beefier body build, got the bandit armor again. Blonde hair instead of pink hair. But actually it doesn't say what Leroy has on the War of the Walkers page, so I'm not sure if he's not implemented yet or not, but he looks to cover schematics. Alright, this is Housewife. She has specialized loot, according to the mod. She went down pretty easy. Her specialized loot is apparently weapons. This one is Zombie Mechanic Joe Boss. Oh, this one's a unique design. Look at that. Look at that. Some good attention to detail right there. You guys see the little bite mark? Or actually, I think is that his hair? It looks like a scratch mark, but I think it's his hair. He's got like neon green hair and neon green glowing eyes. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's see what he drops. It looks like stone shovel car filter. So probably things relating to being a mechanic. Okay, this one is Zombie Nurse and Boss. Alright, and you can see he's got blue hair, kind of a purplish skin tint. Pretty cool looking. I spawned 3 of her. That way we can get an idea of her loot right away. Alright. So she's dropping health items, it looks like. Nurse Ann, so that makes sense. Alright, this one is Builder Bob the Boss. Oh wow, that's a unique design. I like that one. We're at a tat-tat. So I like that in this mod they actually have death animations versus like in the Starvation mod they just end up standing and dead. It's probably because these are using actual UMA stuff from inside the game. So it looks like building stuff from Builder Bob, as you'd probably expect. Building supply flare. Let's see what that is. Let me throw that down. And you get all kinds of stuff. Alright, so that is Building Boss Bob. Okay, let's have a look at classes. The first class that we're going to have a look at is going to be the Builder class. You just go to your class paper, you go Recipes, Builder class. We're going to craft one of those. Throw it here. We're going to read it. It says it gives us exclusive recipes: woodworking, workbench, cobblestone blocks, iron blocks, tungsten blocks, house door, steel door, and tungsten door. Exclusive perks they'll give us are categorized storage containers, builder's forge, mini bikes for smart shits and mini bikes for tough shits. There are different types of mini bikes in this mod. It says craft 50 wood frames, 2 wood windows, 1 wood door. Okay, we're back. We're finishing off the quest. You can see that when we finish the quest here, we craft this last wood door. It'll give us 1500 experience, 1 skill point, a clawhammer recipe, a recipe for window 2, and an actual clawhammer of quality 250. Okay. And craft it. And there you go. It's giving us those recipes we were talking about. And in my inventory, if it wasn't full, which unfortunately it is, it would have given me that clawhammer. It looks like if your inventory is full, it just drops on the ground. So make sure, actually it just doesn't give it to you, it looks like. So make sure your inventory is not full when you complete a class quest. Mission, or lesson learned, right guys? Alright, next part is gather forged iron, gather short iron pipe, gather clawhammer, gather electrical parts. When we complete it, we get 2 skill points, recipe for woodworking bench, a actual woodworking bench, and a magazine construction. And there we go. You can see it gave us a woodworking bench right away, and it gave us a construction magazine, and then we have our nice little woodworking bench that we can put right here. This, I believe, is the last part of the quest. Rewards 2,500 skill points, or experience, 3 skill points, another magazine construction, a builder class level 3 skill, and nail gun schematic. Alright, so it says gather cobblestone rocks, craft a flagstone ramp, and craft our last flagstone block. And it gave us construction magazine, pretty cool. We can read that and gain some construction skill. That's a nail gun schematic, which we can read. It's gonna give us an HD nail gun schematic, which is heavy duty, in case you were wondering. And then that is it. We have completed the class quest for the builder. By the time you finish the quest, you will have flagstone blocks, you'll have flagstone ramps, you'll have a secure door, and then this is the last thing it rewards you with, which is the builder class crate. Through the outer layer, and now we have 1,000 wood, 1,000 raw iron, 5,000 iron, 100 forged iron, 500 concrete mix, 500 cobblestone, 50 scrap plastic, 50 electrical parts, 50 electrical components, 50 mechanical parts, and 1,000 dukes to boot. So this is basically what we got for doing the class quest. Not bad at all. So that is the builder class. You've also unlocked, by doing that, some tungsten crafting recipes. We're back with the fighter class, which is our next one to test out. Fighter class says it gives us tungsten recipe for tungsten club, recipe for a tungsten machete, recipe for a gold tipped knife, and recipe for a gold tipped machete. Exclusive perks it gives our knife guy, Pummel Pete, breaking and entering, and the decapitator. It says the first thing we need to do is gather 100 iron and gather 20 wood. Alright, so that completes the first part, fighter class training level 1. It gave us a hunting knife, pretty cool, and unlocked a few recipes for us as well. The next level of the quest will give us 2,000 experience, 2 skill points, a recipe for a tungsten club, and a recipe for a tungsten machete. It will also give us a barbed club of quality 250. So we'll craft that. I gotta say, the fighter class quest seems a lot easier than the builder class quest. There it is. So we got our reinforced club that we crafted, and we got a barbed club, and then we got a weaponsmithing magazine, which, as we read this, will let us craft better weapons. And then the last part of the quest says kill some zombies while using an iron reinforced club specifically. Not the barbed club you just got, the iron reinforced club. It's going to give us 3 skill points, a gold tip knife recipe, and a gold tip machete recipe. And then it's going to give us a 250 level gold tip knife. We're just going to whack away at these guys. I'm going to cut and we'll be back on the last one. We are back. This is the last zombie we have to kill. She wandered off a little bit. She liked this tree. It's her memory tree. She's just trying to remember what's going on. Unfortunately, As you can see, part of her brain is missing, so she wasn't able to remember. Sad times. Alright, so completing that quest gave us a gold-tipped knife and a gold-tipped machete, as well as 2,000 dupes, and a weaponsmithing magazine, which looks like the same icon, but the hunting knife has an entity damage of 16.73. The gold-tipped knife has anti-damage of 45.28. It has to be crafted in the advanced tool workbench. Now you will notice we did not get the advanced tool workbench with this class quest, which means these two items that we got, that's what we got. Once they break, they're done. We can't even repair them. There's not even an option for it. So, something to keep in mind. Easy class quest, but when these run out, they run out. But still more powerful than the regular hunting knife. And the machete does even more damage at 65, which is insane. Okay, one more thing about the fighter class is that you don't get the item straight up, but you get the recipe for a tungsten club. You also get the recipe for a tungsten machete. And you also get the gold tip recipes as well. But these two items, as you can see, 64 damage. It also benefits from like the pommel peat stuff. The machete is a 65, and the tungsten machete is a 66. Alright, we're back and we're going to look at the Marksman class. It's exclusive recipes: the Desert Eagle, the Remington 8, FAMAS, Beretta shotgun, M25 sniper rifle, all gun parts, and weaponsmith station. So when you have the recipes for these things, it lets you craft the parts for it, because there's recipes and there's schematic, or there's recipes and there's blueprints. And blueprints let you assemble and the recipes let you craft. Your exclusive perks you get are all weapon part recipes: the Outlaw, Better Lead Than Dead, Deadshot, Splattergun, and Boomstick. Kill some animals using a wooden bow. We will get 1 skill point. Hunting rifle perk, 1 skill point. Ammo crafting, 1 skill point, and Remington recipe skill. I'm using the knife from the previous class just to skin them. Alright, so that is the 5 animals dead. The meat we got from it is this. Alright, it looks like the quest reward was a single arrow, a 250 hunting rifle, and 100 ammo. So we can see in the end what we end up with. We're going to keep that handy in case we have to use it for anything. Alright, so the next chapter of this quest will give us 2,000 experience, 2 skill points, Desert Eagle skill recipe, FAMAS recipe skill, and some more bullets. Alright, we are back. This is the last zombie. There we go. A better gun, it looks like. Some bullets for it, and a gunsmithing magazine. We have one more quest. It says kill 25 zombies using the Remington 8. The regular hunting rifle is a 76 damage that gives you, and the Remington 8 is an 81, so it's a bit better. And you can see we can do assembly on it right away on the Remington, but not on the actual hunting rifle. So we're spawning 25 zombies, kill them, and I'll cut back on the last kill. Alright, we're back. I'm cutting back a little bit early because I want to show you guys this. The other noticeable difference between the hunting rifle and the Remington is the rate of fire is much faster on the Remington 8. Quest completed, and it gives us a Beretta shotgun as a reward and another gunsmithing magazine. Beretta shotgun does less entity damage, but is a shotgun, so it does wind enemies. This is what you end up getting out of the Marksman quest in the end. You actually don't get those. There is bullets for the hunting rifle, and there is bullets for the Remington. You also get a single arrow and some various meat from the hunting part of the quest early on. You will also have access to the Desert Eagle recipe. You'll be able to, of course, assemble your Remingtons. You'll also be able to assemble a FAMAS and the Beretta shotgun. You'll also be able to assemble a sniper rifle. You'll have recipes for all the gun parts and the weaponsmith station as well. The weaponsmith station, which you would have to craft, and it takes these parts: forged iron, lead battery, forged steel, electrical parts, and short iron pipe. But once you can craft it, then you'll be able to make a magnum cylinder. You can actually make the gun parts in this mod, which is very unique and very, very cool. You do not get this straight up. You have to grind out the materials to craft it, and then you'll be able to use it, but still pretty cool. The next one we are looking at is the protection class. The recipe for the tailoring station, the armor smithing station, the Kevlar, for some Kevlar armor, for steel armor, for military armor, and tungsten armor. So heavily armored class. Exclusive perks: comfortable sleeping, leather armor, Kevlar armor, scrap iron armor, steel armor, military armor, and tungsten armor. You can gather cloth fragments by hitting curtains, but it actually says you have to craft them. So we'll go ahead and craft that, and that should complete the first line of the quest. Next reward is going to be 2,000 experience, 2 skill points, recipe for Kevlar. It's going to give us 35 leather and a magazine for armor smithing. Cool. So we have to actually craft, now use that cloth that we just made to craft all those armors that we just unlocked. Crafting the last piece of cloth armor. When we complete this, is going to complete that part of the class quest. Boom. It gave us instantly some leather and another magazine, which is going to help our armor crafting a little bit more. And the final part of the quest is super easy, just equip it. Again, that's going to give us 2,500 experience, 3 skill points. It's going to unlock the recipe for armor smithing workbench, and it's going to give us a 250 Kevlar helmet and a 250 Kevlar vest. Shift clicks, light armor. There we go. And bam, look at that. And it's going to give us a class crate as well. Good stuff. Another armor smithing magazine so we can craft even better armor. Nice. So let's compare the Kevlar to the cloth. So cloth, it's giving us 2323. Kevlar is giving us 5144. And that's what you look like with your full gear on. It is going to give us a class specific item. There we go. So there's our class specific loot from a nice little storage locker. The locker does disappear after you loot it. This one is actually giving you the stations straight away, armor smithing station and tailor station, versus the Marksman one did not actually give you the weapon smithing station. There we go. So that's those. It is actually green. It is actually green. Interesting. So armor smithing station is going to, of course, let you craft all those things like steel armor, tungsten armor. This one is purple, and this is your tailoring stuff that lets you craft like Kevlar, hazmat, all that good stuff. That is the end of the quest line for the protection class. You end up with 2 workbenches and these armors. And it actually looks like you got some dukes. You got some cloth fragments, leather, Kevlar, some forged iron, some forged steel, some forged tungsten, and some military fiber. Overall, quite the haul. Okay, we're back on the next class, which is the Scholar class. We unlock the recipe for cooking apple pies, apple juice, blueprint, workstation, recipe. We unlock the recipe for TNT, dynamite, pipe bombs, mushroom seeds, aloe seeds, yucca seeds, and apple seeds. Very interesting. Exclusive perks: Scholar farming, quicker crafting, level 1, explosives, level 2, and hazmat armor, level 3. We have to gather glue, scrap plastics, and wood and iron. It'll give us a skill point, apple pie recipe, apple juice recipe, and a mortar and pestle skill rank 1. And there we go. As soon as we finish it, you see the apple pie recipe and the apple juice recipe popped right in. Next part of the quest, we did unlock the recipe for chrysanthemum seeds, craft a mortar and pestle, gather cotton, gather chrysanthemums, place the mortar and pestle, and gather goldenrod. So we're going to flip to the last part, which is placing the mortar and pestle, and we'll be right back, guys. It does look like a cooking pot, which is kind of funny, but we'll just go ahead and place that right there. The stuff that we gathered on the previous step, the plastics, the iron, all that, was the exact number of things you needed in order to craft the mortar and pestle. Now we need to craft cotton seed, goldenrod seed, chrysanthemum seed, and then plant them. So inside the mortar and pestle, you craft your seed. And now we have to just plant them. I love the icon. The icon is great. So we'll go over here and we'll just place these, I guess, among all the dead bodies. So you will have a nice little farm growing and give you a good boost of wellness early on. And then it gives us a science magazine, which is going to give us 1 science. Very nice. That's a necessary thing. And then we, of course, have our crate. Oh, even more seeds. Cotton seeds, goldenrod seeds, chrysanthemums, mushroom seeds, aloe vera seeds, yucca seeds. Oh my goodness. Hop seeds, coffee seeds, blueberry seeds, potato seeds. Holy cow. Corn. We get the schematic for the blueprint workstation. And we get some blueprint paper. No, that's an actual blueprint workstation. Nice. Pipe bomb, stick of dynamite, TNT, and 1,000 dukes. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. So then we would place this down right there. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's like the computers. And then we can make schematics for different things. Very nice. So if we find like some bullets out in the world, we can bring them back, grab some blueprint paper, grab a repair kit, and we can make the schematic for it so that we know how to craft it in the future using the weapon station. That's really cool. So just finding things out in the world, you can learn how to craft them. That's really unique and awesome. I actually really like that. So this is what you end up with in the end with the Scholar class. A bunch of seeds, some seeds planted over there, a mortar and pestle, and a blueprint workstation. So that is the Scholar class. Really cool. So we're back with the Survivalist quest. It gives us recipes for the longbow, the advanced splint, the trauma first aid bandage, the trauma first aid kit, herbal antibiotics, and speed traps. It gives us exclusive perks for the camel, the survivor level 2, and speed trap recipes level 3. We need to gather some cloth fragments, some duct tape, craft a splint, gather wood, and craft bandages. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll flip back on the last part of it. And we're back. We're just finishing up crafting the splints. And this will complete the quest. There we go. So it gave us 150 iron arrows and a longbow. The longbow does 23 entity damage. We had to use some of the materials we gathered in order to craft things. Next step is gather raw white meat and craft grilled pork, where you get 2,000 experience, 2 skill points, where you get the recipe for trauma first aid bandage, where you get the herbal antibiotics recipe, and 5 herbal antibiotics. We're cooking up our pork. Now, something to note about cooking the pork is that you're actually going to have to craft a campfire, and you have to get lucky to find a cooking grill out in the world before you'll be able to complete this step of the quest, because that was not rewarded as a class quest reward. I would have to go out and find it. So you set with a little bit of food to start off here, and when we complete this, we got an herbal antibiotic recipe, and then some actual herbal antibiotics. And you can see the icon in the bottom, that's the little book, that's telling you can take it to the Scholar Station to learn how to craft it. I might need to keep those out. The next part is a no reference error, apparently. Okay, we're going to restart. Okay, well, it's continuing to do the null reference error even after a restart, so I'm not really sure why, but it does say kill any animal and kill any zombie, so we'll see if we can complete the quest. Alright, there we go. Looks like it did indeed complete the quest, so it's just when I was looking at the quest that it was giving me all those errors, so not the end of the world. So it does give us this class quest crate, and it's going to give us a lot of things, holy cow. 50 aloe cream, 50 cloth fragments, 5 first aid trauma bandages, 5 trauma first aid kits, 5 extra strength painkillers, 10 green teas, 2 explosive speed traps, 2 leg booster shots, 2 speed traps, 2 fire speed traps, and some dukes. I do not know what a lot of those things do, so let's have a look. Trauma first aid bandage does remove bleeding out of 4 different stages, so apparently there are different stages of bleeding out. It removes bite marks as well, which is something unique to this mod. Trauma first aid kit will remove the first 3 stages of bleeding out and will also heal you for 60 health and give you 0.3 wellness. The first aid bandage, trauma first aid bandage, will give you 10 health, but no wellness. Extra strength painkillers take down hydration by 6, increase health by 6, Wellness by 0.1. Okay, that's cool. Green tea is going to give us 4 health, 40 stamina, 24 hydration, 1.1 wellness. It's going to remove dysentery and sober you up if you were drinking beer before that. That's pretty cool. It also gives you a buff that increases your core temperature and replenishes your stamina. It's like a super drink. Explosive speed trap. While not as sturdy as solid concrete crafted in the workbench, metal constructions have high structural integrity, requiring fewer support pillars. Okay. Let's place one of them down and see what it does. Okay, it's slowing me down, so it's doing damage. So it's like a barbed wire trap, I guess. Let's bring a zombie over top of it. Yep, so she's taking damage on it like she would barbed wire, it looks like. That's pretty cool. It does say explosive, so I'm not sure what the explosive part of it is. Because I shoot and it doesn't explode, so that doesn't quite track. But that's okay. Okay, that's enough, girl. Alright, and then we have also a speed trap in general and a fire speed trap too. So let's see, the speed trap in general we'll place right here and we'll test that out. And then the fire speed trap we'll place right over here and test that out. Okay, so zombie Arlene again. Poor girl. Nope, I got caught in my own trap. So it looks like it's taking a lot of damage. Yeah, this one's taking a lot more damage than the first one we were messing with, but it also knocked her down a lot quicker too. Okay, yeah, it broke out really quick, and that was the just base level speed trap. It took out her legs very quickly, but also broke down very quickly. Not sure how worth it is. It says it... Well, it doesn't tell how much damage it does per second, unfortunately. But the explosive speed trap definitely had more durability to it. So we'll try out the fire speed trap now. I'm hoping that this one sets them on fire. I think that's the intention. I'm not sure that they're actually working properly yet. Because obviously the explosive speed trap should explode on them, right? That would be the idea behind it. So let's pull her over into this. Okay, it does not look like she is catching on fire. It is taking quite a bit of damage. So the explosive speed trap does not appear to take damage at nearly the rate that the other two do. But none of them explode. They all just seem to do damage. Kind of interesting. But you did get all the rest of the stuff. Leg booster shot removes broken ankle, sprained leg, and splinted leg. Instant removal. That's pretty cool. You don't have to wait that 20 minutes for it to kick in. So this is what you end up with the Survivalist class at the end. Some pretty cool stuff for maintaining your health and keeping you alive, as you'd expect. And we'll go ahead and look next at the last class, Tradesmen class. It's the last one. When we read it, it says that it gives us exclusive recipes for the advanced tool workbench, the heavy-duty wrench, the diamond-tipped fire axe, the diamond-tipped pickaxe, an eco auger, an eco chainsaw, a heavy-duty auger, a heavy-duty chainsaw, spotlight, vault doors, and hatch doors. Those are all recipes. It will give us exclusive perks for the fixer, eco auger, and eco chainsaw, HD auger and HD chainsaw, spotlight, and vault and hatch door. Gather iron, gather wood, craft scrap iron shovel, craft plant fiber, or gather plant fibers, and craft scrap iron axe. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll cut back when we're on the last step. It did use up all the stuff that we gathered, but it does leave you with the scrap iron axe and the scrap iron shovel to work with. It also gives us a level 250 wrench. Very nice. We can then read the toolsmithing magazine, which is going to give us +1 in toolsmithing. We need to repair the wrench. Interesting. Gives us 2,000 experience points, 2 skill points, 1 in fixer skill. It gives us the recipe for the advanced tool workbench and the recipe for the HD wrench. We repair that, and there we go. It's going to give us a forged iron back. It also gives us a recipe for a sledgehammer schematic and an iron sledgehammer as well, and gives us a tool smithing magazine. So last part of the quest is to gather forged iron, craft a iron fire axe, gather wood, and craft a iron pickaxe. To finish up the fire axe, something to note is that in order to be able to craft those fire axes and pickaxe, you actually have to go in and learn the iron tools crafting skill, which costs 5 points. You cannot just craft it straight off the bat, but once you do finish it, you get these things. You have your iron pickaxe, you have an iron fire axe, you get a Tradesmen class crate, an HD wrench, a diamond tipped fire axe, and a diamond tipped pickaxe. So the regular pickaxe does a block damage of 34.42. The diamond tipped version of it does a block damage of 162.37. A little bit of an upgrade. The iron fire axe does a block damage of 37.76, and the diamond version of it does 99.54. Pretty crazy upgrades there. And then of course you have an HD wrench, which is an upgraded version of your regular wrench you had that did 7.95, upgraded up to 25. So we're going to put down the class crate and see what we get from that too. Try not to step on my speed trap from the previous class. And we are going to get out of that some forged iron back that we had to spend to craft those things, forged steel, some forged tungsten, scrap plastic, electrical parts, electrical components, mechanical parts, the advanced tool workbench, and 1500 dukes, as well as a mechanic magazine. And then we just put down the advanced tool workbench, which is kind of like a pinkish hue, it looks like. And that's going to let us craft things like nail gun parts. We can craft a spiked club, a tungsten machete, diamond tipped fire axe, diamond tipped pickaxe, gold tipped machete and knife, high durability nail gun. Same thing for all the parts. You can craft the tungsten club here from the fighter class. Steel claw hammer you can craft here, steel machete, tungsten fire axe, tungsten pickaxe, and tungsten shovels. It is a little bit more of a pain because you have to go gather the forged iron from just scavenging it from things, unless you somehow have a forge already, in which case I would guess crafting it would count as well. But once you get that going, you get all these rewards. That is all of the classes for 4 of the walkers, so I'd highly recommend this mod. It's very interesting. All the classes have some unique things that you get from completing them, so it's very distinctive. It's similar to Valmod in that Valmod has classes, but the thing that's kind of unique about this one is Valmod kind of goes through and restricts basic recipes and adds just a couple of extra ones, versus this one doesn't really restrict the basic recipes but adds tons of new things that are class specific, which is pretty darn cool. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, favorite, share, and subscribe. And also leave a comment down below. Let me know if you like the format, if you like the video, if you're going to try out War of the Walkers or not. Let me know with a comment. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, YouTubes.